everything just stops. And it's only when everything stops, even for a moment, if it truly stops, then that thing we call truth or reality, or call it by many, many names, can reveal itself in all its simplicity. And it's such a simple thing. It's just such an extraordinarily simple thing. It's not a mystical thing. You need not have some wild, wacky experience. Because if you do, that'll come and go. If it's a bad, wild, and wacky experience, you'll be happy that it's going to come and go. And if it's a good, wild, and wacky experience, you'll lament the fact that it's going to go. But nonetheless, if we can really look all at once in a very, very simple way, so we're not looking through the lens of the mind, then we see. And there's many ways to describe what one sees. It's not really see it like you see something in this room. It's a realization. You see your own true nature. You realize it. It just comes out of that moment where you've stopped. And that perplexing moment where duality, it comes together. When you really see into your true nature, you'll see that you are simultaneously nothing, absolutely nothing at all. An absolute, infinitely conscious nothing. It sounds bad, don't worry about it. As soon as you experience that, it's going to be it's going to be the best nothingness you ever bumped into. But you're simultaneously nothing and everything. That's it. You're nothing and you're everything. Every ego wants to be everything. Right? I mean, everybody goes, I want to have that oneness thing. How do I have the oneness thing? Not many people go, I'd really like to find nothing. Can you help me find that? I'm sure that sounds really intriguing. In a sense, that's what so much of the human drama is about. The whole human drama, the whole drama of so much conflict inside oneself and between each other, even in cultures and societies and tribes and all the rest. So much of conflict is because we don't want to look in and see our own nothingness. We just don't want to see it. It's there. You've suspected it all along. Unfortunately, what the egoic mind turns nothing into is something like unworthiness. Because the ego can say, oh, I'm nothing. God, I'm just, in a sense of being unworthy. But that's not nothing. That's a feeling of unworthy. That's not liking your idea of yourself. Do you see? When you feel unworthy, small, that is simply having a emotional reaction to how you view yourself. That's not the experience of nothing. The experience of nothing is liberating, because it liberates you from all the ideas about yourself, all the notions about yourself. And only from there comes the realization of everything. Now, to the mind, that's what I mean, where duality collapses or it comes together. It yokes itself together. But saying that it comes together is a little misleading, because that implies that it was apart. You see, what was apart was our perception. But actually, everything is the same. Everything is nothing, and everything is everything. everything is also everything. And it's also nothing.